Welcome back to another totally normal game of Civilization 6. So this one is directly inspired by one of the comments from my previous video with the goody hats. What if every other tile was a barbarian encampment? Well then, what if every other tile was a barbarian encampment? Let's find out! So I generated a few Pangea maps, and this one will be best suited for the purpose of this experiment. Because this is a Pangea. However, I start on an isolated peninsula, which will give me a fighting chance, I hope. There's a little bit of space before we start running into barbarian camps, but every other tile on this map is a barbarian camp. And I'm playing as Alexander because with Steel and Thunder mods, that gives me 4 early game unique units. And just to give you an idea what exactly we're talking about, here's the map. It's a fairly standard looking Pangea, except for all the barbarian camps. They are pretty much everywhere, and mostly every 2 tiles. I didn't count all of them, but it's a lot of barbarian camps. And I am right here, as you can see. It's a bit of a peninsula, which gives me a little bit of safety. I shouldn't just immediately die. Let's get started, shall we? I got a pretty solid starting location, but I will start getting raided by barbarians pretty quickly. I'm actually quite curious whether this is even possible to win at all, or if it's possible to survive. We'll find out. It might be possible to survive. There is a bit of a choke point right here, so if I can fortify that, I might have a fighting chance. We will grab a slinger right away, because barbarian scouts will start showing up very quickly. And while this is a pretty strong starting location, it might not be enough. I'm a little bit concerned it will not be enough. But hey, it should be fine. I'm also fairly confident that barbarians will basically mostly ignore the AI, because in Civilization 6, barbarians are mostly made to threaten the human player, not the AI. And here's a city-state. And we are going to need an encampment as soon as possible. Because without an encampment, I basically don't stand a chance, and yep, they are already showing up. So, one thing we desperately need is an archery boost. Without an archery boost, I'm almost certainly screwed. Let's get started on archery, however. I can always switch. There is a goody hat over here, but I might not get a chance to pick it up. Yeah, we have a chance to pick it up. There, 40 gold. This is about as far as I can go before I start running into barbarian camps. We will pick up Discipline, that's a no-brainer right there. And I will pick up God King. I don't think I can actually get the archery boost, but we'll see. I might have to do it once they actually send a raid. Which is a little bit risky. Yep, a horseman is already coming. And it's probably worth buying that wheat, because that will be away from the barbarians and it will give us a nice growth tile. And also irrigation boost, which I will need because silk requires irrigation. I can do one more turn of archery research, and then I'll need the boost. If it moves towards me, I should be able to kill it quite easily. Let's switch to pottery, and I assume it will move directly towards the city. Now, I do want a monument, but I'm not really sure if I have the time for that. We can try, but it's a little bit risky, building anything that's not military right now. Still, I'll need a little bit of culture. Yep, he's here. We can probably kill him. Maybe not on this exact turn, but we can definitely kill him. Okay, this should give us archery, and then we can upgrade right away. First attack with the warrior, and then finish him off with the slinger. And I can upgrade my other slinger right away. There, done. Okay, so now we'll probably be fine until they start sending upgraded units. Like skirmishers and such. But we'll see. Horse archers can do quite a bit of damage. I assume I'll probably lose the warrior, but that's fine. He's not dead actually. I can actually save the warrior. But I also need to keep the other archers safe. They cannot both be inside the city. And let's grab another warrior, I think. Let's kill this fella. Right there. And maybe back up a little bit more with the warrior. Because he will die if something breathes in his general direction. Then I can pick up the promotion, which is going to be volley. That's more ranged straight versus land units. And we can take one shot at the horse archer, and then pick up the promotion on the next turn to get the healing, because I'll take more damage right about now. We got mining, and now we can pick up the promotion, that's volley, and kill the horse archer. Nice. Alright, we survived the initial wave, but it will get much worse than this, I can tell you as much. So let's maybe rush bronze working, because that will unlock one of our unique units that replaces the spearman. It receives plus 10 combat strength versus melee units, and it will reveal iron. So this is going to be quite useful. Now I have to leave the city with my warrior, and I think we can kill the horseman. Yep, nice one. Grab the mine, that gives us another boost. Let's get a third archer and then another warrior. If we can prevent scouts from seeing our border, we should be fine for a while. However, I will have to expand. At least assuming barbarians will mostly ignore the AI, which I'm pretty sure they will, I will be way behind. So in order to make this game actually possible to win at all, I will have to expand east. So here's machinery boost. That's for owning 3 archers. And now we can probably get a settler. We got a bit of a breather right now, because I'm not constantly under attack. See, this is where that mountain will actually start getting in the way. I want to push out slightly, but I can't do it like this. I could actually pick up a settler for free by getting religious settlements, but I prefer to get +1 production from fishing boats. It won't actually give me any production right now, but there are quite a few sea-based resources in range. That will be quite a few fishing boats, and quite a lot of extra production. And I will need all the production I can get. Okay, we should be fine until they start sending more advanced units. But we'll see about that. Yeah, let's not get too excited about this. And here's a crocodile. I am using a wildlife mod, which is a really high quality mod. I highly recommend it. Yeah, let's maybe back up a little bit here. This is where I could use more melee units. But they are coming. I assume we're probably last in science. We definitely are. And we probably won't meet any AIs for a while. We got iron in range. This is going to be one city, and this is going to be another city. I'm actually quite excited to see how this game will turn out. I have no idea. I never tried anything remotely like this. So this is highly experimental. It's going to be a lot of Barbarian Camps, trust me. And let's keep firing. Can't let the scouts see us. So, the city is going to be right here. That way I will have quite a few sea-based resources in range. I will have the ivory, the copper, both the wheat tiles, even this one. So that looks fine. And then we can have one more city down here. It will be a little bit cramped, but my space is extremely limited. And since I might want to improve the iron, we will get one more builder. Hopefully I have enough units defending the area. We are about to find out. I think another wave is coming. Right, so I will actually research sailing, because then not only we can get fishing boats, which will give us even more production, we can build a galley and try to make contact with some AIs. Should be doable. Even making contact with 1 or 2 would be helpful. Alright, so now we got a builder, and I will actually build an encampment. We can buy this tile right here, and build an encampment here. That will be very nice for defense. I need it for defense. Maybe not right now at this exact moment, but I will need it sooner or later, I can tell you as much. Especially once they start sending stronger units, like swordsmen and such. Get the iron, and next up we can research iron working. Yeah, let's do that. I will have to expand to the east sooner or later. Yeah, I need to be careful not to overextend. Alright, there's state workforce boost and military training boost. And our encampment is done. I will not be able to fire with it until I get city walls, but that's okay. It's already going to be a nice choke point, if I'm forced to back up. We can also build our unique building, which will give all our melee and ranged land units plus 25% combat experience, as long as they were trained in this city, which they were. And it will also give us science equal to 25% of the unit's cost when a non-civilian unit is created in this city. That will be quite useful as well. We should definitely build that, especially since it's only 5 turns to do so. I'm also going to pick up Victor, which I think is a no-brainer. We'll be able to get Garrison Commander and maybe even an extra ranged strike per turn later on. So obviously Victor in our capital. This is still fine. Honestly, so far it's going better than I expected. I'm not gonna lie. Because I expected this to be a disaster by now. Alright, I got enough gold to upgrade one of my warriors to my unique unit. So how about we do that? It's not exactly cheap, but I could definitely use a stronger melee unit. It's going to be 130 gold and 5 iron. And also era score, which we could certainly use. He has 36 melee strength, as opposed to 20, so that is quite an upgrade. And this is going to be our third city, because this is the only spot remaining that I can actually use for a city. Technically, I can also get a city here. It's going to be super cramped, but this would actually be a safe spot. But first this one. This is obviously a safe spot for a city. Well, there's the galley, let's send it east. And we'll finish the walls. I think we'll be fine with the warrior, but it might be a good idea to back up just slightly. Okay, yeah, I did lose him. Alright, that's fine. This is exactly why I need the city walls. They will start sending stronger units, sooner or later, and then I will be in trouble. Yeah, don't lose the archer, that would be bad. Here, that looks fine. Now we can melee. There we go, good one. And let's go and try find an AI. I might get killed by the fish. But I hope not. Yeah, let's just ignore that fish. And we can unlock our government. So I'm going to pick up oligarchy. That seems to make the most sense. We are keeping discipline, there's no way I can remove discipline. I will pick up conscription because I'm going to need the gold. We can pick up +2 influence points per turn. And let's pick up +1 production in all cities for now. Alright, let's try to kill the horse archer. Should be able to do that. Yep, they are quite squishy. But they can do quite a bit of damage, especially when they attack in bigger groups. Now we got the city walls. This will be much easier to defend, now that we have the city walls. Honestly, I thought I'm going to be dead by now, when I was starting this. I really did. I definitely would have been if I started in the open, which is why I tried to get a start like this. I could use a campus, and this is a perfect spot for a campus next to the reef. Because I don't want to fall too far behind in science. And here's the first Barbarian Swordsman, yep. And their tech is based on the average tech of everyone in the game. So that's slightly concerning. Well, he's dead, but now they will be sending more swordsmen. And we actually got a golden age. Free inquiry probably makes the most sense. Still haven't found any AIs, but we found a natural wonder. I hope this isn't going to be a dead end, because it might be a dead end. There's a vote. What kind of city-state is this? That's an industrial city-state. Sure, let's vote for that then. I'm probably not going to win this one, especially since I only have 3 diplomatic favor. I can't really even use my second vote. Mercenary companies, now that is quite useful. If we can get a discount in production, that would be amazing. Unfortunately, I can't place any more votes. Yeah, there's a 50% discount in production. That is going to be so useful. And it looks like almost everyone voted for that, if not everyone. Yes, see, I barely did any damage there. Swordsmen are definitely quite a bit tougher. Kill that guy. That might have been a mistake. He survived, but probably not for long. I need him to stay alive for one more turn. Well, time to go into the encampment. At least he didn't die, that's the important part. Yep, this is a dead end. I can't go any further, because ice is blocking the way. And we haven't found any AIs. Okay, so since there's a discount, let's pump out some melee units, shall we? Definitely. To take advantage of the discount. We got it for 27 turns. Oh, and we actually got a great general. Classical and medieval era units. Yeah, that will be relevant for a while. The first Renaissance era unit will be like musketmen. We will not be getting that for a pretty long time. I'm not seeing any more swordsmen, so that's a good sign. Oh, no, we got more swordsmen. I spoke a little bit too soon. But I want to try pushing out a little bit. I'm also getting one more builder, because I need to improve the fish. I already improved some of them, but there are quite a few more. So let's see if we can maybe push out a little bit. Especially since I can pump out one unit per 2 turns, basically. That's quite a lot of units. Just need to watch my income. But we are doing fine on that front. And with this general, we should be able to push out. Yeah, this is fine. Just be careful, don't lose any of these. Kill the scout first, because he's squishy. Yeah, finish him off. Are we fine? Okay, maybe I overextended a little bit. And what's happening? I have no idea. Something happened, but we don't know what exactly. Alright, let's back up a bit again. And here's the last unique unit we got, which replaces the catapult. It's plus 17 combat strength versus non-district tiles, and minus 10 combat strength versus district tiles. 35 bombard strength. I will definitely get a few, but maybe not just yet. First, kill the archer. And we can probably stay here and fortify. That should be fine. They are trying. Yeah, that is quite a few swordsmen now. This choke point is actually going to get annoying. Now that I'm trying to push out. Well, okay. It did its job. Yeah, he actually killed one. And we got a tornado. Right in the middle of the barbarians. Well, isn't that convenient? But yeah, I think it's time to back up a little bit. Just a little bit. I'm really glad I got that encampment. Yes, come to me. Well, there's the tornado. We didn't really take any damage. Finish him off. This is a lot of barbarians, though. It will definitely take a while. And I hope we'll make contact with some AIs soon, because I want to see their progress. I'm really curious about their progress. I'm still pretty sure the barbarians mostly ignored the AIs. Next up, we'll research machinery to unlock crossbowmen. That is going to be a huge upgrade. They are coming. But now I have a lot more units. Plus 7 gold from Mexico City trade route. That is quite nice. We will keep working that one. Can we go through here? No, unfortunately we cannot. I need to go this way. Hopefully it's not going to be another dead end. It shouldn't be. Technically we could capture Mexico City, but I need it for trade routes. Just need to watch my income, but so far it's fine. It might not be fine once I start upgrading. Oh, crossbowmen. And I don't even have my own crossbowmen yet. See, this is why it's going to get way more dangerous. Because if they ignore the AI, I'm going to fall behind in science more than you would usually. I am playing on data, in case you're wondering. And then the barbarians will get units that I myself don't have access to. And this will get much tougher. See how much tougher the crossbowman is? This is actually about to get much harder. I need machinery ASAP. And I need the gold. Not sure if I want to wait for military training. Actually, that's not military training, that's mercenaries. I might have to, but that will take a pretty long time, as you can see. That siege unit might come in handy, actually. There's machinery. And also defensive tactics. That's going to cost me 250 gold for one unit. That's a little bit too much. We could, however, recruit a crossbowman in 5 turns. Yeah, let's use that bonus to recruit the crossbowman. And then I can finish the siege unit. And then we'll switch to something else, because the bonus will be gone by then. I might have to wait for a professional army. I can't even afford 2 crossbowmen right now. I will be able to on the next turn, but yeah. Oh, and we can pick up Embrasure, because that will give me another attack per turn with my encampment. Definitely useful. Oh, I think we got an AI right here. That looks like Cyrus. That's his color. Yep, that is indeed Cyrus. So how is he doing? Let's find out. He is currently... Oh, he's basically on par. 17 technologies researched. Okay, so it seems the barbarians did slow him down. What about military strength? I got 226 military strength, and he has 292. I wonder if I could basically like embark and then try to capture one of his cities, instead of trying to go through the barbarians. Honestly, that might actually be more efficient. It's something to consider. Yeah, I'm a little bit worried about the crossbowmen here. I can kill them, but it takes quite a few shots, as you can see. Alright, kill the crossbowmen and heal up before they send more, and they will send more. Alright, I got my first crossbowman. I think that will be the only one for now. And let's finish that siege unit. And we entered Renaissance era. So unfortunately all of these are kind of bad. It's not like I'll be building a lot of new districts, and I will not be completing a lot of trade routes, and I will definitely not be converting any cities. And I probably won't be discovering any new continents or natural wonders, or killing non-barbarian units in naval combat. So let's pick up Reform the Coinage. It's not very good, but out of these options, it's the least terrible one. I am building a harbor, so we will get another trade route soon, and we can build another harbor in our capital. We can have 3 harbors pretty easily. So that's the least terrible option. Yep, I lost the ship, but that was probably unavoidable. That's fine. Here's another promotion. Let's maybe back up a bit. Yep, they are basically sending skirmishers instead of scouts now. Yeah, I'm actually getting pushed back by the crossbowmen. I had to back up, otherwise I risked losing my units. And they have quite a bit of experience by now, so I definitely do not want to lose them. There, now he's in range of my crossbowmen and my encampment. Victory is helping so much in here. Alright, I'm going to grab a harbor for my capital, because I have limited space for actual districts, and we could certainly use the gold. And I will likely need a navy. With a navy we could probably invade Cyrus properly. That might be our best bet, to be honest. Military emergency failed. Interesting. I don't even know against who. Right, I was going to wait for professional army before pushing out, but I think we might be able to do it without that. I am still keeping discipline, because that's still quite useful. So let's try to push out. And we can get a settler after the harbor. Maybe I can establish one more city. Because I'm actually starting to fall behind in science a little bit. I'm second last currently, and Cyrus is second, so there's that. It seems one AI actually got eliminated. Alright, kill this guy and let's move. We can use the Ballistra. Here, alright, so let's actually try to push out now. Should be doable. It's probably worth even sacrificing some units, just to be able to establish a city here. I also got 1000 gold, which means I could rush some production in this city. As long as we can actually establish it. Let's not get ahead of ourselves too much. In theory, I could upgrade the archers without waiting for a professional army, but that would be a massive waste of gold. Let's maybe not do that. I need the gold. We are actually fine so far. I'm not quite sure where exactly the city is going to be. It's going to be wherever I'm capable of actually establishing it. Because we'll be getting flooded by barbarians, as you can see. Yeah, I think this guy right here will die. Kill the horseman. Yeah, one-shot the horseman, nice. Okay, let's try to keep him safe. That might or might not happen. The archer can still do a little bit of damage. My income is actually better than I expected it to be. And yep, one guy got killed. Do we have Niter? Yes, we do. Nice, right here. Okay, now I need to be careful. I can't afford to lose my ranged units. I can afford to lose melee units, but not ranged. And I can actually loot that barbarian camp. I might lose my unit as a result, but it's probably worth it. Yeah, let's loot it. I can almost kill that crossbowman in one attack. Okay, that guy will not die just yet, but he will die, for sure. I can't really save him. But that's okay, it was worth looting that barbarian camp. And here we got the first barbarian longswordsman, who has 46 base strength. That is quite a lot of base strength. To compare, this guy only has 28 base strength. So yeah, this is what I was talking about earlier. Once barbarians start getting units that are more advanced than mine, this will get really dangerous. Which means we should really push hard to establish the city. Yep, that guy died, but that was kind of inevitable. Alright, this should be enough space, I hope. A wolf. Here, we one-shot the wolf. This is actually looking pretty good. And the settler is done. Don't die on me. Okay, he died to the longswordsman. That was probably to be expected. Yeah, I need to get rid of that longswordsman. Easier said than done. Let's swap these. Yeah, not much point attacking the longswordsman right now, that won't achieve much. So let's fortify. We can attack the skirmisher, however. We will be getting professional army pretty soon. Once I get that, I will upgrade my archers. That's one of the things I'm saving up my gold for. Oh, sneaky bastard, he actually attacked my weaker unit, which obviously makes sense, but that could have ended poorly for me. That is the most dangerous unit here right now. I need him to move towards me a little bit more. Hey, Persia is sending an apostle, and yep, I lost another one. Okay, duplicates of the chosen luxury grant amenities. Earn the double points towards great people of this class. I'll vote for scientists. Silk! Oh, well then. I certainly don't mind. Alright, let's get the Niter. And the next up, yeah, the lighthouse to get more trade routes. And then I might start building up my navy. So, let's push out a little bit more. We got rid of the longswordman, that's the important part.
Few inventions have been so
and we got stirrups. We are also ready to establish our new city. Alright, let's do it! And I think we'll start from an encampment right away. So I'm thinking right here. That way it will be able to target units on the north side and also on the south side. I do think that's the best spot for it. Yep, let's do that. Yep, now they have coursers. What's their strength? 44 base strength. That is quite a bit. Yep, I almost lost my melee unit. Let's kill at least one of them. I want that goody hat over there. But I also don't want to lose my troops. Imagine that. I'm glad I got Niter, because without that this would have been a problem. And we finished mercenaries. So now we can actually pick up professional army. So let's remove discipline, at least for a little bit. Because I need professional army. There's no question about that. And now we can get more crossbowmen. I can fire after moving, which is really nice. You normally can't do that with siege units. They keep spawning more. Well, I could loot that barbarian camp, but it's obviously not a very safe thing to do right now. Let's upgrade. That gives me metal casting boost. And obviously more crossbowmen. Kill the courser. Oh, Cyrus is actually sending some knights. Okay, I certainly don't mind. I didn't expect him to do that. Yes, Cyrus is actually helping me, and barbarians are attacking his unit as well. Here's another vote which I can't participate in. Religious emergency, alright. that doesn't really concern me all that much. We found some horses, and those are still relevant, and I don't actually have any. This is a good spot for another city, potentially. This is actually turning into a somewhat normal game. Yeah, I definitely cleared quite a few barbarian camps, I can already see that right now. This is totally not what I expected when I was starting this game, I'll be honest. But hey, that was one of the purposes of this experiment, to see what's going to happen. And now we know what's going to happen, for the most part. Having said that, it would have been almost impossible if I didn't start in a defensive position, like this. If I didn't have a choke point and a peninsula to my own, I would have lost, most likely. Because it would have been way too many barbarians to fight from every possible direction. I would definitely be unable to expand. And don't get me wrong, I'm still actually way behind right now. It doesn't seem too bad, but look at the science output. My science output is half of Persia's. And Persia isn't even the first. They are third. I don't know who's the first. He does have quite a few knights in the area. That's good, he will help me clear. Almost lost my crossbowman. And I saw a musketman over there. So now barbarians have musketmen. This might still get dangerous, but now that we are actually getting help from Cyrus, I think the hardest part is basically done. Yep, there's the musketman. So that's 55 base strength, while my knight has 48. Let's back up slightly. I can let Cyrus fight them, because why not? He seems to be excited to do so. I'm happy to let him do it. And we found another AI, or rather they found us, to be honest. The Mongols, right here. So let's see how the Mongols are doing, I'm curious. They are currently last. Okay, so they did get slowed down by the barbarians, quite a bit in fact. Yeah, Cyrus is actually actively clearing the barbarian camps, which makes sense, but there are a lot of them. Right, so now we can start the city. I think it'll be right here. We'll have the fish in range, we'll have amber in range, horses, stone here, stone there, sheep, cattle, and more iron. Yeah, but that is a pretty nice city location. And let's maybe move Victor here right away. Yup. There's actually a natural wonder over here. And it's not terrible. +1 culture and +1 science to all adjacent tiles. That is a pretty nice wonder, actually. And let's be careful with the musketmen here. They are quite strong. Maybe a little bit too strong for me right now. Definitely too strong for any individual unit I have. And we'll use an internal trade route. That will be +3 hammers and +2 food. And it will give us a road. These units actually look fairly dangerous. But honestly, I think the hardest part is done. The rest shouldn't be too bad. And honestly, I think the AI will clear the vast majority of remaining barbarian camps. Right now, the main thing I would have to do is grab as much land as possible before the AI settles everything, and build some more campuses to keep up in science. But other than that, this is basically almost a normal game at this point. So I think that will be the end of this video, so thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any other ideas, then do let me know in the comments, I will use the best ones. Or if you have any crazy save of your own, you can send it to me as well, preferably through Discord, I'm almost always there. So thanks for watching again, and don't forget to like the video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe for more. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.